Hello everyone, it's Creamy and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys have an awesome day and that you guys in the best of health. In today's retirement perspective video, as I begin to reflect again on my trip to the United States, I'm going to look at some things and I see there's two kinds of people. One kind, the ones that plan well and they finish strong. And then the ones that are still working, but you have a plan because one day you're going to retire and you're either going to move abroad or you're going to stay where you are. But there's a lot of things to consider as you prepare for your future. But you got to make sure that when you leave that job, you won't have to go back to that job. And there's a lot of people that leave jobs, even the one that I used to work. There's some guys that actually turn in their license and they go from Class B to a Class C because they're not going to drive trucks anymore. But something happens in their lives, whether they fall or not, or it could be a medical or something happens, they got to go right back in there again and upgrade and get those Class B license again, pay that $250 fee, get you a truck and let them road test you and get back in there and start all over again. Go get you another medical. There's a lot of procedures having a commercial driver's license. But when you plan well, like I did, you don't have to go back. And they asked me, they said, well, you got to come back. You're downgrading your license. But if you got to come back, let us know and we'll have all these fees waiting on you. I said, I find that very unlikely. A couple of days later, I was on a flight from Las Vegas to Heathrow, London, 10-hour flight, on my way back to where I am right now in the beautiful country, living outside of the country. But now, this is my 17th year. Now, it wasn't continually out of the country, but I have after the end of this year, I have over 17 years experience of living outside of the box, of the continent of the United States. Through military and where I am right now. And I'm so thankful because now I'm looking at the world in a different light because now I'm not on the inside looking out, I'm on the outside looking in because I lived on the inside of the box. Now I'm on the outside of the box. And now I can see clearly now. I can see things now that I've never seen before. I can see how there's some government issues in every city, every state. I can see how everybody's after their own selves. Everybody's trying to make their own money, and which you should be doing. But then there's people that's stepping over people to try to get ahead. There's some backstabbers on your job. There was some on mine. And these people are all over the place trying to keep you down. It's like crabs in a bucket. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm celebrating this year, 17 years living outside that box, man. I'm loving it. And it gives you a different mindset when you living abroad and you go from place to place. And I'm just a few hours from Spain and a few hours from France, and I can be in Madrid in no time. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we moved here, to get outside of the box and see other things that we normally couldn't see. We was in the DR, we was on the island. And another thing, in the DR, everything's more expensive because everything has got to be shipped in. Because you're on the island, you're isolated. But here, man, we get a chance to go to the market and just really begin to enjoy our lives. And this is what I would call a retirement. Not worry about if your car gonna be sitting in the parking lot the next day, or you're gonna be put out. That's a crazy spot to be in. So, but the key and the main thing about this video is I want you to see that as you work and as you live your lives and prepare for your future, keep in mind, nothing stays the same. Because when I first got to the Dominican Republic a few years ago in 2019, everything was cheap. I lived like a king. My dollars, I had $1 American to 54 of theirs. I lived like a king. It was a whole lot safer than it is now. But now things have changed, not just in the DR, but in the United States and other places. Haiti, Jamaica, Colombia, Panama, things have changed. Even in Europe, things have changed. Last time I checked, I think the northern part of Europe, they're in recession in the UK. And that's a bad spot to be in. I mean, it's just people can't find jobs and people are complaining about Canada. We talked to a lot of people that Canadians who was in the DR on the channel, and they were reaching out to us. They're trying to get out that cold, they're trying to get out the environment. But now people are going nuts almost in Canada. I don't know what that president doing, but whatever he's doing, he ain't doing it right. So there's a few things I want to remind you of. And that's the one I already said that already. Nothing remains the same. So if you don't handle your business now in the current season that you live in, you're going to be cut short of water when you get to retirement part. You got to put money away. You got to stop spending money on this little small trivial stuff and put some money in the bank. Prepare for your future, prepare for your medical and all these things. You got to do this. Nobody can do it for you, but you got to do it. And also, while you're preparing for your future, you do want to travel every now and then and see something different, because it helps the mind, helps the soul. It helps you to get away from the normal everyday stuff. Some people work on these jobs, they never take vacation. And I was like, man, are you crazy? You're never going to take a vacation? You wearing your body out in that heat or that cold or whatever you're doing. You ripping and running every day. You working, you going home, you paying bills, you doing this, and you ain't going to never reward yourself with a vacation? Man, you crazy. You better take a vacation. Can't be that serious. So there's 3 things you need to do if you take a vacation. Number 1, have a destination in mind. Anyway, just have a destination in mind, because you know you got to go somewhere. You got to have a destination in mind. And when you have that destination, you got to make sure you got a place to stay when you get there. Either hotel or Airbnb, just like that. And what goes along with the Airbnb, you got to have transportation. Make sure you work the transportation out before you hit the ground running. Because if not, it will be a problem for you. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I've been from country to country, and man, I've had smooth transition and transportation when I hit the ground. After a long flight, man, you ain't got time to be sitting around waiting on somebody to pick you up from the airport. That's crazy. So, but I had one situation in Paris that we had problems getting transportation, but we rectified that. And some places don't have Uber. They don't want Uber coming to the main airport. Same thing in the DR. I was in Santiago. They didn't want the Uber. The Uber can drop me off, but the Uber couldn't pick me up unless I walk outside the airport and try to find an Uber to pick me up. But I had to get a taxi. And taxis, they want to charge you $40 a ride. So that's number 1. Number 2, have a duration of time that you're going to spend on your vacation. If you only got 7 days vacation, spend 7 days. Do 5 on your vacation, come back and relax for a couple of days. Don't come right back to work today and then go work tomorrow. You didn't get time to unpack, and your body got to recover from wherever you're going to travel to. And number 3, select the airline or travel package that you're going to get. Because for the most part, me and my wife Tina, we usually we build our own vacation, and that saves money. Or you can let a company do it, they charge you more money, and then you might have like a destination you really don't like. You know, like when we went to Greece last year, and we got a package deal, and we had door-to-door service, which was great. But there was one island I didn't like. The first island we got to, I think it was Paros, and it seemed like we were isolated a little bit, even though we walked and we made the best out of it. But when you plan a vacation, you make sure that you do your details, you do your due diligence before you get there, and make sure there's going to be something that you want to do, that you're going to enjoy yourself, not for the agency, but you. It's all about you. When you take time off, you done worked your brains out all year, and you got your money saved up, and you want to go somewhere and you want to enjoy yourself and see something different. And I'm telling you something, you can sit here and watch a video, you can watch TV or whatever, Google, all you want. But until you actually get on a plane and go somewhere and see something completely different, you'll never get the big picture. I had some friends of ours that they just left and went back to Vegas. They came and they hung out with us for a while. They did the cruise staying. We took them to the castles. We took them around. They did some nice foods. We had an awesome and a great time. You got to get outside the box to see what life is about, and it'll change your whole perspective. But God knows it sure changed mine. And if I come back to try to live in my own country, I'll be messed up, tore up from the floor up, because I'm used to seeing life at a different perspective on this side of the ocean. So I just wanted to share that with you today, that you guys just put your plan together as you get ready to travel. And I'll tell you something, you that are afraid to fly, okay, there's still a remedy for you. You can get a cruise from Florida and go to Puerto Rico if you want to, or you can go to DR, but there's always a cruise. And if you're seasick and you're afraid to fly, you're in trouble. Okay. I was just trying to give you another option. Okay, so take this pointers and I'll come back and speak with you every now and then on these videos and kind of update you, let you know how we're doing. We're doing good. We're doing well. We got some awesome things coming up, and I'll keep you posted as we get closer to those dates. So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember that life is to be enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscription, notification, and thumbs up. And we'll see you on the next video. And may you guys stay with us, stay safe. May God bless. Talk to you soon. Peace.